Nobody starts their woodworking journey just dreaming about all the time they're going to get to spend building jigs. But sometimes the projects you want to build are on the other side of a problem you have to solve first. And for me, that problem was, how do I make safe, reliable, and repeatable tapered cuts on my table saw? And that's where this jig comes in. So let me show you how to make this simple, effective, and cheap tapering jig for your table saw so that you can go from design in your head to finished piece in your hands. Let's rock and roll. For this build, you'll need 2 pieces of 3/4 inch plywood, T-bolts with wing nuts, and 2 hold-down clamps. The first step is to route the T-bolt slots in the base. These are cut with 2 different sized rotor bits so that the T-bolts can slide freely without falling all the way through the board. If you're like me and you don't have a router table, you can clamp a straight board to your workbench to use as a fence. You'll want your slot on this baseboard to sit about 1.5 inches in from the end of the board, so position your fence accordingly. Then mark the start and stop points for your slot, leaving about 1 inch of material on either side. First, use a 1/2 inch straight bit to cut a shallow groove for the T-bolt heads to sit in. Just make this as deep as you need for the T-bolts you're using. Then switch to a 1/4 inch bit and make several passes until you route the rest of the way through the plywood. You'll want to make sure your material is raised off of your workbench for this, since this cut will go all the way through the board. As you can see, I didn't think to do that, so I had to stop and raise mine partway through. When you're done, it should look something like this. Then, just repeat the process on the opposite side, making sure that wider 1/2 inch groove is on the same face as the first one. For the second plywood piece, use the same 2-step routing process, but run the slot the full length of the board. Because this piece is much smaller, I didn't have a good way to raise it off of the workbench to avoid cutting into it when I make my full pass through. So what I did instead is I ended up flipping the piece over between the 1/2 inch pass and the 1/4 inch passes, which worked okay, but it was pretty difficult to line that 1/4 inch pass up dead center with the existing groove, so I wouldn't really recommend it. By the way, if you guys want to see why I'm making this jig and what build I have planned for it, be sure to stay tuned as it'll be one of my next videos. And believe it or not, the hard part is over, and now it's time to assemble. Grab your T-bolts and pass them through the slots in both of your pieces of plywood. These will be what control the angle of your taper. Then, before you tighten them down, pass your hold-down clamps just through the slots on that top piece of plywood. These will be what hold down the material while you cut it. Then, all that's left is a test cut. So adjusting your tapering angle using those T-bolts and wing nuts, slide your piece of material underneath the hold-down clamps and clamp them down nice and secure. And when you're doing your cuts, make sure to stand off to the side just in case something goes awry. During my test cut, I did realize that the wing nuts were biting into the slot somewhat when I tried to tighten them down, so I just added a small washer to keep that from happening. And that's all there is to it. With this simple jig, you're now one step closer to your next great build. Thanks for watching, and until next time, don't be an axe hole.